like
but
that.
she
That's
doing all
my
that
girl.
talking.
Yo,
Shouldn't she have to pay for it?
Should what?
If she doing all that talking shiggity, she got to pay for it.
Listen,
I handle my stuff. I'm a boss woman. I'm a strong black woman. Strongly pump your gas and shut up about it.
Yo, pump your brakes right now.
Look, I just got to ask.
Again.
And secondly said, while we're in it,
what?
Who going to pay for the gas?
What do you mean? Listen, I don't understand. Who car we driving?
So you ain't going to pay for your woman's gas?
Who car we driving?
Hers.
We in her car. All right. Sometimes I'll pay for the gas in her car. Sometimes I won't. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Ladies, should said pay for the gas?
And don't even answer that. At the end of the day,
should said pay for the gas?
At the end of the day, the crazy thing about
it,
the crazy thing about that is, listen, again, and I keep saying this, I stress this to my guys, and one of the things that I teach all the time is that at the end of the day, a woman is saying that her strength pertains to a certain area within the aspect of her role in life. We cannot think that this is a totality statement when she's saying that she's strong. If you think that, then that means that you are feeling threatened by her strength, because you have to understand.
I'm listening to what that heifer's saying.
You're not listening. You're not listening.
I'm listening to what the heifer's saying.
Upset by what she's saying.
Listening to what she's saying.
So now you want to take that and use it against her.
No, when I hold her at her word.
She was born strong.
She need to shut
Women
up.
were born strong. That's what they were doing. So you mean to tell me if a 5-year-old says I'm a strong young 5-year-old, you're gonna be like, well, go on out there and get you a job, little 5-year-old.
No, but when this bud turned 15, he said I'm a strong young man. He better be strong to lift that pump.
Well, again,
he better be strong to lift that pump.
We have to start considering the aspects in which people are talking about. These are not totality statements. These are statements that pertain to partiality, which means that the woman is saying, I want to be strong in my role. I don't want to have to come over to the male role. And listen, to be quite frank about it, nah, they can't step into our role. Listen, my mom was a strong black woman, is a strong black woman. She would never, yes, and she would never say, she would never say, I'm trying to be a man. She handled her business as a woman. I don't care if that was raising boys. I don't care if that was paying bills. I don't care if that was pumping her gas. She never said, I'm pumping gas as a man, or I'm paying bills as a man. No, she was a strong woman.
Did your mom go around saying, I'm a strong black woman, I don't need no man, I can handle this by myself? Did she go around saying that all the time? Well, see, because the women today say that.
That's trickery. Now, at the end of the day, again,
they say that.
Again,
they go there.
My mom would let people know that she's a strong black woman. But she would not say, I don't need a man.
She wouldn't have to say it. You can see it just by looking
at it. Yeah, you
could
see it. But she would say it, too, to some people. You know, just in general conversation. My mom's not the type of woman to wave her own flag. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day...
That's true. Your mom is sweet.
Yeah, she is super humble. She's more humble than I would even want her to be.
Just ain't letting her cook.
But it is what it is. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I'm going to say ain't letting her cook for me. I'm fine. You know I love you, girl.
Not soup, anyway.
Not soup.
But at any of, in any event...
Johnny is watching or welcome, Johnny. Oh, welcome, Johnny. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Yo-Yo said, Don has a single for life platinum card. Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo, I promise you, I'm going to get around and propose to you one day. You ain't got to be all bitter. If I was saying that, I would get my own gas. Thank you, Lisa. I think you should. Yo-Yo said, preach, Sid, preach. Thank you, Sid, because, said Shar, all the women agreeing together. That's all the women have said. Sister Johnny, come on, dude. Dude, Johnny.
She got you open, yo.
Oh,
she ain't even the typical Don type.
No.
You know what I mean? But she got you open.
Don type.
And she done cut her hair now. Got the little curls popping. She better do it. Jonique better do it.
Folks, let's give another woman expectation in dating. And I'm going to borrow Reese's, because we had this debate once online. Reese has a 90-day rule.
Right, yeah, I remember talking about that.
And Sister Audra, right on time for the 90-day rule.
Audra, what's going on,
from Brooklyn. Audra, not Audra. Audra,
my girl,
with that
Audra.
Brooklyn accent.
Audra.
Reese has a 90-day rule. That means in 90 days he needs to make sure he's serious about something. I'm going to drop him, right? I say, Reese, does he know you have a 90-day rule? Johnny, you can blush if you want to, girl. She's fine blushing. I'm just saying this. I'm IJS. Now,
yo, get up off my class.
Does she know that you have? Does he know that you have a 90-day rule? Because what if he has a 91-day rule? So, and y'all ain't discussing. If you got a 90-day rule, you need to tell him, I got this timeline.
I'm with you on that one.
Tell me I got a timeline. Don't expect me to know your timeline, arbitrarily meet your timeline. I'm going to tell you to keep your timeline. If you can't communicate. Because you know, as Yo-Yo would say, Don is happy single. So I ain't got to have you up in here. just so we get this. So if you go I was fine before you got here.
I'll be
fine when you go.
Yep.
Which means you got to carry yourself like you want to be, and I got to carry myself like I want to be there. We both got to do this.
Yeah.
So don't come out with foolery. Well, you know, I got a 60-day rule. If she ain't invite me to her place for 60 days, she out of here. What kind of nonsense does that make?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I need to tell you. Everybody, including men, have unspoken requirements and expectations. Yes, they do, but they need to speak them, Shari. You said you do certain things to weed people out. Yes, I do, Shari. Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
And you should.
And they have certain characteristics. Some things you put up are red flags to me. Some things you say and do are red flags to me. Mm-hmm. And that makes me lift up an eyebrow and start watching you closer. Because you can say and do these things. You don't know what they are because they ain't spoken, but I know them. Such as... See, smile.
Oh, God. Whenever you smile, it's not going to be nothing nice.
Smile. Let's hang out at the cigar bar with the Kappas and the Qs.
Nothing nice.
We ain't hanging out at the cigar bar at 3 o'clock in the morning. This ain't going to happen. So, no, we're not going to do this. Just certain things that you have to know your values and know who you are.
Yeah.
I have values, even the spiritual side, which means if you start speaking non-spiritually, we got an issue. Mm-hmm. Whether you understand that or not, we're going to have an issue. We're going to have that discussion.
Yeah.
Because you may not be walking in the area that I need to walk. And another thing, folks, shouts out to one of my boys whose name I ain't going to call. But if you do have a value, that is why Don is alone. Lisa Chess, Mona Lisa, you had to shut up over there. And shut up about it. And I'm sorry for saying the word shut up, Shari, but sometimes shut up about it. Now, one of my boys, if you have an affinity for a certain area, mm-hmm. and the other spouse does not, you don't put the weak person in charge of an area that you are passionate about. Mm-mm. For example, one of my boys, he was serious about religion. He's one of these flopping out on the ground, crying, speaking in tongues, every day, every conversation.
Why you got to do him like that?
Because that's what they do.
Why you got to do it?
Y'all see the people in church that flop out all over the place? They do this. That's like I'm trying to be flopping out.
Flop it out.
Because that's his level of spirit. And he talks his way 7 days a week, 8 days a week, right?
Right, yeah.
So his wife is barely into church at all, but he put her in charge of the spirituality segment. Like, why would you do this? If she just barely hanging on and ain't wanting to go, you take the lead in that area.
He's trying to promote her getting involved.
Look, you don't let somebody that's lost, don't know where to go and drive.
Nah,
you sit your butt down. Go sit down in the corner somewhere and act like you don't need to be there. Just go do that, because we ain't got time for it.
I'm with you on that one, Don.
Know what the person's role is. If he horrible with money, sit his butt down for money.
Sit him down, yeah.
Get him out of it.
Yeah, sit him
if
down.
he ain't no good with that, sit him down. Or she, for that matter.
Yeah.
She done went out and spent up everything like crazy. And me and Char were talking yesterday. She done went out and spent up $20,000. At what point do you trust her again? July 17, 19 ever.
Well, actually, when I used to work at the hospital, I saw a situation like that where a wife went and spent $40,000 on shoes alone, and it wasn't but a few pairs of shoes. You know what I'm saying? And the husband comes home, he gets extremely upset.
You think?
And decides he wants to cut her up. You know, she came into the ER with a calf muscle in a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Thing was heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, honestly, it was very heavy.
Yes, it was.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you got to know that this is the type of person that you're dealing with. See, again, this is what goes back to us being more stewards of the people that are coming into our lives. We're good about studying sports programs. We're good about studying that we like to use in our leisure. But what we use in our everyday direct life, another person, we don't study it as properly as we should. We're so quick to jump into the relationships. We're so quick to want to be loved and accepted by this person once we figure out that this is the person we want the love from, that we are not serious about how we go about studying the person.
I ain't got a problem with studying, Sid. Mm-hmm. I got a problem with them not measuring up. Because I do have standards. Gotta go again. Thank you, Sister Charlotte. Appreciate you, girl.
I'm definitely sorry.
Let's give another one.
Listening party. Give me a shout, man. I still want to hear the album. Let me know where I can get it.
And I heard this from one of my friends yesterday. They said, don't point out something and not offer a solution. You know, your grass higher than offer to cut the grass. I agree with that, actually. To some extent.
Yeah, to some extent. I'm kind of on the fence about that.
Why is this?
Well, only because, listen, it may not be my solution to provide. It may just be my job to point out to you that you're doing something or something's not right. You know what I mean? And in those situations, then
such as natural hair, but keep going.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You know how much I love natural hair.
Oh Lord!
But at the end of the day,
you love 45-minute collard greens.
But
too.
at the end of the day, enzymes. But at the end of the day, you have to. We have to be more, more efficient with studying. We want to look, especially guys. We want to look at the woman for her beauty and for her tenacity of being able to capture us, but we don't want to look at her for other things. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm listen, just like any other guy, I love a beautiful woman, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
you tell Johnny I'm watching her.
But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're a study of that person and not just a person that's taking up the person's space. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with that. I think that it needs to be more studying. And as you said, you're like, listen, I don't have a problem with the studying aspect. It's just them measuring up. So let me ask you this. Do we take it by levels, or do we just expect them to meet the metric like right off top?
Depends on the metric.
Okay.
Some of them, they either meet it or they don't.
Well, see, now you're expressing you had different metrics, right? Mm-hmm. So there's different criteria to reach each metric. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So within meeting,
and it takes time for each of us. She's got the same thing. It takes time for each of us to work through it.
Right. So that's why, like in this situation, like the situation where we were talking about the girl that bought, the gifts and all that stuff. I'm just not with it. The fairy tale wedding is a flop. Do you give it the ring back? What do you do with the gifts? Is number D, or is letter D that we're looking at the previous one? And what we're talking about right now, Family Feud on the Icon of Success show. Tell us, what you guys are feeling about some of these things. And Don has outlined pre-marriage is one of them. And where we are right now is D. The fairy tale wedding is a flop. Do you give